A very happy and inspiring morning to all present here. A day started with enthusiasm carries the same energy throughout. Let today be a day of receiving wisdom and embracing growth. I am truly delighted to be a part of this session where you learn how to spread your wings and soar toward your dreams. May this day spark new thoughts and inspire positive changes in your routine. At the outset, I extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries, Mr. Subramaniam, Correspondent and Director, Mrs. Padma Subramaniam, Director, Mrs. Annie Gopakumar, Executive Director, and all the teachers over here. Thank you all for your leadership and presence today. I am specially honored and privileged to welcome Mr. Gopinath, the distinguished speaker of today's session. Sir, we deeply appreciate your valuable time and guidance for our students today, the future leaders of tomorrow. Without further ado, let us begin our session by seeking divine blessings. I request all of you to please stand up.
Basara Saraswati Bangaru Bomma Nisari Mari Sari Ma Pani Pa Ma Ma Pani Sari Mari Sari Sa Nisari Nisa Ma Pani Ma Pari Ma Pani Pa Mari Sari Risa Basara Saraswati Bangaru Bomma Dosili Yogi Divi Basara Saraswati Bangaru Bomma Dosili Yogi Divi Divinchavamma Saranu 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 Sri Saraswati Saranu 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 Gnana Saraswati Saranu 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 Sri Saraswati Saranu 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 Gnana Saraswati Saranu Nisari Mari Sari Ma Pani Pa Ma Ma Pani Sari Mari Sari Sa Nisari Nisa Ma Pani Ma Pani Ma Pani Pa Mari Sari Nisa Basara Saraswati Bangaru Bomma సరస్వతి శరణు 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 జ్ఞాన సరస్వతి శరణు ని సరి మరి సరి మ పని ప మ మ పని సరి మరి సరి సా ని సరి ని సా మ పని మ పని మ పని ప మరి సరి ని సా భాసర సరస్వతి బంగారు బొమ్మ దోసిలి యొక్కిదివి దీవించవమ్మ భాసర సరస్వతి బంగారు బొమ్మ దోసిలి యొక్కిదివి దీవించవమ్మ భాసర సరస్వతి బంగారు బొమ్మ ఆ
Good morning, everyone. It is not every day that we get to meet someone who has touched thousands of lives, inspired professionals across the globe, and continues to guide young minds like ours. Today, we have the privilege of welcoming such a remarkable individual, a leader, a mentor, and a visionary, Mr. R. Gopinath, sir. Sir is not just a corporate leader, but a force of inspiration. He has held some of the most prestigious positions, including being the CEO and Managing Director of LIC Lanka, and is currently the CEO of Gopinath Center for Learning and the Managing Director of Harmony Wealth Advisory Services India. With his expertise, he has been a guiding force for 4 major companies with a combined net worth of over 4,000 crores. But his journey is not just about boardrooms and business. Sir is a lifelong learner, an inspiring speaker, and a teacher at heart. He has addressed huge international conventions in Singapore, Thailand, China, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka, where thousands of professionals have listened to his powerful words. His speeches have sold over 1,000 video CDs on a single occasion, and he has trained more than 100,000 agents with his wisdom. He is a member of the Chartered Insurance Institute of London and has been part of prestigious organizations like the Indian Management Association and the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce. And more to be added, Sir is also a writer, researcher, and linguist. He has authored books like Pudiyathur Ulagam Sevam and Sintipam Satipam, with more on the way. He has studied ancient Tamil inscriptions, holds a postgraduate diploma in business administration, and speaks an incredible 8 languages. But what makes him truly special is his passion for guiding students like us. For the past few years, he has been conducting the Born to Fly sessions, helping us students believe in ourselves, set big dreams, and take charge of our future. And today, we are lucky to be part of this journey. So, dear friends, get ready for a life-changing session. Let's give a loud and enthusiastic welcome for our incredible speaker, Mr. R. Gopinath, sir. The mic is now yours.
Lovely. Good job. So, good morning, friends. I said good morning, right? Okay. I'll be calling you friends, okay? Not children or students or anything. I'll feel very uncomfortable doing that. But friends is okay with me, right? Respected Subramaniam sir, Padma ma'am, principal, and all other directors, teachers, and my dear friends. First of all, I must thank you for giving me this opportunity. While I was being introduced, he said that I'm a very inspiring speaker, I'm this and all. Okay, that's the past. But I come to Rainbow not to inspire you people, but to inspire myself. Whenever I come to this campus, whenever I come to this building, I feel great juices of motivation flowing inside me. I go back charged. So whenever I have an issue that I need to be motivated, I look forward for an opportunity to get the opportunity to talk to you people here. You people have done incredibly well. Amen. For people who have come through the journey, you may not know how big you have done it, but probably for a person who is looking at you from outside, when I watch your Facebook postings or your YouTubes and all, I'm amazed. An institution of global repute for excellence in educating the next generation for a bright future. That's the vision of Rainbow. And I'm able to see that coming true in many, many of your occasions. Like, you've excelled in many areas. In sports, in arts, science and technology, academics, arts, maybe in terms of crafts. Probably you didn't have even a single area where you have not excelled. A big round of applause to all of you. A big round of applause to all of you. You've done very well. So, what are we going to talk about today? Any question whatsoever you can ask me. Let me promise you one thing. No question will be classified as silly question. That's my promise to you. No question will be classified as silly question or brilliant question. All questions will be treated as important, significant questions, and we'll be starting to answer it. So in case you have any question on any topic whatsoever, it could be academics, it could be sports, it could be the way you are handling yourself. Maybe you have some inherent strengths and possibly weaknesses also, temptations also, probably. So you can ask me on any of these things. I'll try to answer it. Then I'll start moving these slides over there, and then we'll go into the main subject. We have still some time to tell me if you got any questions, we can answer it. And I promise you once again, no question will be treated as silly question. Every question will be treated as an important question, and we'll try to sincerely answer the question. Yes, sir, you can go ahead. And don't mind me calling you sir or ma'am, okay? That's the way I grew up, okay? So don't look at me, I'm so young and this man is calling me sir and ma'am or not. But somehow it has gone into my DNA. I'll find it very difficult to change it, to call you against, children and students and all, okay? Yes, sir.
Sir, my doubt is about consciousness. How can I say that this is not a dream, or this is an alternative reality in which this is not at all happening? What if this is just my dream?
Good.
How can I prove that this is not a dream?
Very good. Please be seated. Before I answer the question, a big round of applause for asking this question. Let's discuss something. We are here, and whenever I'm talking to you, I'll be using body language. Okay? When you are replying also, you will also use the same body language and talk to me. Are you all ready? Can we go ahead now? Okay. Before I answer this question, let's look at some reality. We are here. All of us together? We are here. No, all of us together. No, all of you. Ma'am, you all of you. We are here. We are here. And there is information all around us. And our conscious mind will pick up informations. Did you get the point? So whenever there's information in this world, the information will penetrate to start with in your conscious mind. Once it comes to the conscious mind has got 4 jobs. You got notebooks? Can we start writing? Number 1, collecting information. Sir, I forgot your name. I didn't ask your name at all. Can you just mention your name? Good. Mr. Prem. Tanish Prem, please be seated. So first job it does is collecting information. Collecting information. Say for example, today these the boys and girls, they came and sang a very beautiful invocation for all of us. Correct, no? So what did we do? Through our conscious mind, we got that information. Some of us could understand some words of the lyrics. Some of us we could not understand some of these words. But all of us were consciously collecting the information. Something is being sung, something is being talked about. Eto bangar bomma antunnaru. What is that? So your mind, first is that your conscious mind receives information from outside world. Thereafter what it will do, you wrote down collecting information. Good. The second aspect it does is analyzing the information. We are now talking about conscious mind. Come again, once again, what are we talking about? Conscious mind. All of us together. Conscious. We are now talking about conscious mind. Collecting information, then it will start analyzing the information. Analyzing. This is good. This is bad. This is true. This is false. This is dharma. This is adharma. This is nyaya. This is anyaya. This is painful. This is happy. So your conscious mind does analysis. After analysis over, it will put into the store box in the room, in our mind. It will start storing information. Storing information. All of us together? Little more loudly. Start storing. Just like I've got cabinets where you put pens, where you put books in some places, where you put geometry box in other ways. Some children will put everything together, but your mind does not do that. It's very organized. It will put in the correct shelf only. Store information. 3 things we learned now. Collecting information, analyzing information, storing. Then what it will do, whenever in future this information is required, it will recall that information and use it for decision making. Write down decision making. Decision making. It will use for decision making. To take a decision, to act or not to act, decision making. So let's quickly talk about the 4 activities. It collects information, analyzes information, stores information, then helps us in decision making. So let's give you an example. Okay. When I was quite young, around maybe I could be 8-10 years old, my father took me to one of his friend's house for lunch. Am I audible to all of you? You are able to understand what I am speaking? Good. At any point of time you have got difficulty in understanding, maybe the problem is not with you. Maybe the problem is with me. Probably I am not using the choice words. So you ask me, it will probably give me an opportunity to improve my communication. Okay. So I went to them for lunch. They went for lunch. And in Chennai or in that region, we have rice and sambar and curries like. So they put rice, hot rice, and then they pour sambar. In the sambar, which came onto my plate, there was a green chilli. I didn't know. I thought it is a vegetable. It looked like a vegetable. So I put it and chewed it. Oh my God, 2000 volt current right from here to my feet. The entire body trembled for a while. The mind stored this information. Next time, whenever I see this item, decision making, the mind says, keep away. Am I communicating with all of you? I'm just giving a very, very primary example. There are higher order examples also for this, but a very simple. So any time in my future, when I come across that item again, so the stored information is already there. Hey Gopinath, be careful. Already you have taken 2 glasses of water that day, and for 2 days you were in trouble. Don't try it again. Like same way your conscious mind works. But you know what happens? This conscious mind consumes lot of energy in your body. You heard about calories? Yes or no? So people in some hotels also they'll put on a sweet they'll put 140 calories, 150 calories. So you'll be careful, you'll be conscious. Out of the entire energy your sarira, your body is producing, almost 60% of the energy is consumed by your conscious mind. Amazing, no? I am repeating again. Out of all the energy your body is producing, almost 60% of the energy is consumed by your conscious mind. In analyzing, stirring, all those. So what does it do? All of you watch me. Don't write anything, just watch me. After some time, the conscious mind, after repeatedly taking decision, it will put to the subconscious mind. I am repeating again. Conscious mind, now it will push it into the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind. All of us please repeat. With body language, from conscious mind, it will push it down to subconscious mind. All of us together. Conscious mind, put it to subconscious mind. Once it gets into subconscious mind, no collecting, no analyzing, no storing, no decision making, only one job, executing the idea. It will implement, it will do nothing else. Once it has gone to the subconscious mind, it will execute it. It will do nothing else it will do. I can give you an example for this. Okay, now let's go forward with that. Subconscious mind does only one thing. You know what it does? It does only executing. I'll give you an example. There was a young couple in Switzerland. They had a teenage boy. But the boy got into wrong company. Something like mafia or bad people. The mother advised the boy, don't do all these things. You are wrong. But the boy would not listen. One day the boy went missing in the house. So the parents were worried. Boy is not traceable. So they went to make complaints with the police and all. And the mother was under severe depression. So they took her to a doctor. So doctor analyzed everything and he said, okay, this depression can be treated. I got medicine for it. But the problem is, while diagnosing her, we found out that she is suffering from blood cancer. She will live for 24 hours or maximum 48 hours. You can't expect her to live beyond that. You know, in blood cancers, the cells will multiply geometric proportion to the power of 2, to the power of 3, to the power of 4 like. And the blood cells cannot hold that. So they come back home. The husband asks, what do you want? We hardly have 24 hours, 48 hours. Can we spend this happily? She says, I want to talk to my son. Get my son. After speaking to him, I will close my eyes peacefully. So they started searching. Already they are searching. They advertised on the TV, media. Police went extensively searching. 2 days over, boy not traceable, but the mother is alive. 1 week, boy not traceable, mother is alive. 1 month, boy not traceable, mother alive. She's fighting, she's struggling, it's painful, but she's alive. 1 year, boy not traceable, mother alive. 17 years later, the boy is captured in a raid and brought to this home before taking him to the jail, because the police knows there is one life waiting for this boy. After looking at the boy, the mother says, no, my dear son, don't do all this. And she dies. Instantly. Do you all now understand the power of subconscious mind? It can fight anything in this world. It will do only one thing, execution. This lady, somewhere in her subconscious mind, it has gone, I have to talk to my son. Until that did not happen, the mind kept her alive, kept her feeding with such hormones which will help her fight cancer. We are a wonderful system in ourselves. First of all, a big round of applause to the God Almighty for giving us this subconscious mind. Now his question. This is the background. Now his question. How do I know? Am I in a conscious state? Or is it something like a fantasizing happening with me? Or I am dreaming? Very difficult. Very difficult. Today in the class, I'll explain this concept to you. Your mind does not differentiate between real information and imagined information. I'm repeating again. Your brain does not know any difference between real information and an imagined information. It will react the same way for both the information. That is why when you are watching some tragic scenes in the movies, you start crying. You know pretty well this is only a movie. There is no reality. But your brain does not distinguish between the imagined information and the real information. Both the informations are treated the same way. Sir, then what should I do now? Now, question is that what should I do now? If my brain does not differentiate, what should I do now? We'll do one thing. We will keep our brain occupied. Once again, I'm telling, all of you will repeat me. So what is the solution, sir? What do I do with it? Because brain does not differentiate between real and... Have you not cried watching a TV serial or a movie or anything? I want yes or no from all of you. Even while reading a very tragic scene in a storybook, you've done it. You have done it. How does it happen to you? Because your brain does not differentiate. Your conscious mind knows the difference, but it doesn't allow that conscious mind to function. You take. So then, sir, this can be dangerous also. Why? Because if my imagined information is something like a failure or punishment which is going to happen to me later on, so that can cause trouble for me, right? So what is the solution? I'm going to tell you the solution. All of you will repeat again. Okay? Are you all ready? Can I go ahead with that? Keep your brain occupied. All of us together, all of us together. One more time, loudly, one more time. Now I'm going to consciously imagine That means there is no space for the brain to do its own imagination. I am now going to give consciously imagine. All of you watch me. I am imagining myself as a topper in the state in my CBSE examination. Imagination only, just an imagination. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give this imagination to my brain. I have topped, the papers are publishing, the TV, media, internet is exploding, my relatives coming to my house, everybody coming with sweet packets, and all those distant relatives now become suddenly close relatives. Do you all understand what I'm talking about? Because when successful person is there, even a distant relative will become a very close relative. And they will all claim, oh, this boy was dull. I only taught him how to read. Everybody was successful. Imagine. So what did you do? You kept your brain occupied with a positive imagination. Then you will be able to understand how you change yourself. Psychologically, there are different levels of brain. Alpha level, theta level, beta level. But my dear friends, we don't have to go into all this. Okay? We'll just start understanding how it functions, and we'll follow simple methods. Yes, at psychiatric level, at psychology level, they know the brain has certain wavelengths. For you and I, we need not get into it now. Right now, we'll see how do we make this brain functionable for us. Did I explain to you all properly? Yes or no? All of you got it? Yes, sir. Can we try? Did we understand it properly or not? Ready? Yes, there is a person sitting next to you, okay, ma'am? Just imagine she could not attend this session. She's asking, what did Mr. Gopinath teach you? You will think this boy was not there. Or you will think he was not here. And I'll give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Go ahead and explain what did you learn. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take your neighbor and just see that they were not present today. They were not there. So what did you learn? What did you learn today? How the conscious mind functions, what the subconscious does, and how do we really alter the information inside us? Go ahead and teach her. Ma'am, you can tell her, imagine that she was not present today. Okay? And she's asking what's happening. So look into your notes and start explaining to her what it as if. So just see that you're going to teach them what's happening. As if, yeah. Okay. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Sir, how to keep our mind stable during our low situations or difficult times without panicking?
Correct. Now, this is an important technique which all of us need to understand. All of us should understand. So today in the class, we'll be talking about it. Okay? Let's say, for example, I prepared well for the examination. Watch me, all of you. I prepared well for my examination. Okay? I did my homework properly. So when I come to the examination and the question paper is given to me, the first question is a little odd question and I don't know the answer. Let's say, suddenly I go blank. I start almost panicking. Sometimes we can even palpitate, meaning the heartbeat, even the master can listen, hey, calm down, have a cup of water, he says. Now how do we quickly recover from that state? Ma'am, we'll be talking about it today in the class. We're talking about it. How do we condition ourselves and how do we quickly recover from a state where we are in a situation of fear or depressed, having seen somebody, some loss to somebody. How do you recover? We'll see today. Okay? During the class only we'll see that. Okay. Good. So can we start our activities today? Are you all ready? So from now onwards we're going to look at the session now. Okay. So I just summarized whatever we have learned today here. So allow me to take it away. Before I go forward in explaining something to you, let me tell you why these jars and the gems packet have been given to you. Why is it given to you? You will be playing as a team. Okay, one row is one team. Normally, you and I have always been rewarded or punished for the results we produced. I'm repeating again. Normally, I score well in my examination, I get praised, maybe some rewards. I don't do well in my examination, either I'm punished or I don't get any rewards. All of you are with me? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Good. My handwriting is very good. Let's say, mine is too bad. But just give you an example. My handwriting is very good. So everybody praises me. Your handwriting is beautiful. Wow, you're writing almost like a Roman handwriting, a design you're writing. The world has always been rewarding us for the results we produce. But today, from today, we're going to try something else. We will self-reward ourselves for the efforts we do. I'm repeating again, irrespective of the result we produce. We may win, we may not. We may score less, we score well. For example, ma'am, today, by evening 7 o'clock, I switched off all my mobile phones, gadgets and all. I sat down and read 4 pages from my book today for 10-15 minutes. You are eligible for a reward, mind that. Am I communicating with all of you? Reward yourself for the attempts you make, for the efforts you did. So this jar is given for this. In your team, anybody ask a question or whatever point I am saying, if you write it in your notebook, if you write it, you will put one gem's pocket, whatever you call it, bead into it. Entire team, only one. That means I will be putting some questions here. You may answer it correctly or wrongly. Don't worry. But you answered it, you are entitled for one gem into the box. Later on, you will be looking at this. And let's say your team will start filling up this jar. And you can draw a line somewhere here, slightly above the half mark or less than the 3/4 mark. And you will say, after this level, we will open this and we'll consume the entire gems. Till then, you will not eat it. All of you got the point what I'm talking about? Till you reach that mark level, you will not even taste it. It will be tempting, but you will not be tasting it. But after touching it, so you will, as a team, enjoy whatever is inside. In case you find it difficult to consume so much of gems at a time, don't worry, give it to me. I have a great weakness towards sweets. I will take it. Got it? Do you all understand? Whether you are right or wrong, that is not the question today. Did you write one line? Yes, you are entitled for one gem. Did you speak? Yes, you are entitled. Did you ask a question? Yes, you are entitled. Anything, whatever small, big you do, but as a team, you will put only one. Okay? Say, 7 of you are here, 6 of you are here, but any one of you doing anything, you will put only one here. That means slowly your packets will start, you'll be putting everything here. You can draw a line at some point of time in this point and you'll start consuming it. So what is the purpose? We are going to reward ourselves for the efforts, for the attempts, for doing something, not for achieving something. The world, let the world recognize us for our achievement. Top rank, second rank, third rank. But I did my homework. I'm entitled. I did my physical exercise today. I'm entitled. Just by doing it, you will put it inside. Now, this is called as a positive reinforcement. Right? Otherwise, you know what happens? We all start doing yogasanas, exercise. We take new resolutions. 1 week, everything okay. Thereafter, slowly gone. Resolution died. Why? Because we were focusing on weight reduction. That didn't happen. In 1 week, it does not happen. Some people know, after joining a yogasana class or a exercise class, gym, every day, every hour, they'll stand up on the weighing machine. Taginda, tagle. Badle. Drop it. You got the point what I'm talking about? Probably 2 more days should have started making the difference in their life, but they dropped it at that point of time. We will not allow that to happen to us. Hereafter, we'll be rewarding ourselves. To start with, because all of you explained to her and she listened to her. You explained to her, she listened to it. For that, put one gem here. Only one. Of all of you, okay? Any one of you can put only one into it. And let's start this our opening balance today, okay? So the whole team will be contributing, sir. Only one. The whole team will give only one. No? Not each one of you will not give one. One. Once he's exhausted with this packet, then you people will start sharing. Is it okay? Good enough. I'm going to start today's session with a story. The story is there on your screen. The story is there on the screen. The name of the story, A Rock on the Way. In a kingdom, a king was very good king. All the citizens liked him. He was very judicious. He was very good in administration. So all the prajas, they liked him. Whenever there's a danger, he will be the first man there to save his citizens. One day, it rained heavily in that kingdom. So much of rain, almost most of the places were flooded and landslide started happening. And a big boulder of rock from somewhere from the mountain rolled down onto a main road and it blocked the road. After some time, the rain stopped, the floods receded, but this rock remained as an obstacle on the road. So people could not use the road. They had to take somewhere roundabout and go. Everybody was talking. I think the government should do something about it. The rock has been here for almost 1 week. Nobody bothers. Some people say, what happened to this king? He used to be so good. Why people are ignoring? Maybe the ministers are not working. King is okay. Maybe the information was not released. So everybody, they underwent huge difficulty and they went on around. And then came a shepherd one day, a person who rears cattle. You are able to see there on the picture. He saw the rock is blocking his way and the cattle's. Otherwise, he has to take the cattle roundabout for grazing. So he decided, let us push it off. It's too big for a man to push it. So he invited people around. Come, please come. Give me a hand. Let's all together push it out. Some said, it is job of the government. Some said, it is job of the king. Some said, all of us put together also cannot push it. You're trying something which is impossible. Leave it. Let's go roundabout. But the man was determined. He said, I'll do my best. And single-handedly started pushing it. Initially, he could not push it. But after some time, the rock started shaking a little bit. Then with much more effort, the rock shook little more. And at one point of time, he was able to roll down the rock along the hill, and the road was cleared. But as the rock started rolling, he found a yellow color bag on which the rock was standing. So he picked up the bag, and within that he saw 100 gold coins. And there was a chit written by the king himself. This belongs to the person or the persons who pushed the rock. So this man pushed it alone. So he took the 100 gold coins. Did you all understand the story? Yes or no? Now it is your turn to tell me. Do we have a message in the story? I don't know. Yes, sir, go ahead. Tell me. Message. What? Anything. Don't worry about being right or wrong. Just give me. There is a message. There may be multiple messages. Yes, sir.
So we do have a message in the story. We should never wait for someone to do the work. We should only do it.
Good.
Even though we think we cannot do it.
Good.
If we do it
Keep
and we
it,
put
probably.
effort in it, we will get the rewards.
Very
there
good.
will definitely
So, sir
be
is
reward.
saying, if I borrow a word and I tell you this, see whether I'm correct in telling this. Sir is saying, let us take the initiative. All of us together, please say this. Let us take the initiative. No, all of us together. One more time. Let us take the initiative. Let's not wait for somebody else. I will take the initiative. And there's another point he said. What did he say? Initially it will be too big, too difficult. But as you keep doing it, probably the job can become easier. A big round of applause to sir. One toffee for your team. Anybody else? Is there any other? And that also message. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. We don't have to be judgment. We don't have to pass judgment before we do it. Is that what you say? We should not judge before we do it. We have to experiment it.
Yes, we have
Very
to try.
good. So let's not judge. It's too difficult for me. Let's experiment it. And as we do it, probably we'll get some way out. Excellent. Ma'am, please, you also take one chocolate for you on behalf of your team. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. 1 second, 1 second. Let's listen to her, please. Yes, ma'am. Excellent. There's a beautiful thing which she says. Whatever happens,
Our struggles will be rewarded.
your
sir.
struggles will be rewarded. Whatever happens, your struggles will be rewarded. Either by gold coins or somewhere some blessings, somewhere will be rewarded, but all your struggles will be rewarded. Yes, sir.
So the story gives a message that nothing is impossible and everything can be possible.
Everything can be possible and nothing is impossible, even though in the beginning it may appear like that. Very good. Sir, all of you, please, you team. Yes, ma'am, quickly. Now watch me, all of you. We are running out of time. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to offer only 2 chances. Ma'am will be one, the sir will be other one. Okay? Ma'am, please put your hands down. We'll take it later on. Okay? Now you tell me, ma'am. Go ahead.
If we think we can do, if we can't, we can't do.
Oh my God. She says, at the beginning of the point, if I think I can do it, probably I can do it. And at the beginning, if I think I cannot do it, she says, we'll come to realize that we are not able to do it. We can't do it. Very good, ma'am. Take one chocolate. Yes, yes, sir, please.
Sir, I say that failure is a step of success.
Good enough. At the most, what could have happened? Now look at the shepherd. At the most, what could have happened? He may not be able to push it, right? After days of work, he may not have pushed it. That's the worst thing which could have happened over there, but he was ready to do it. Okay, one exception, ma'am, from the last row. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. Very good. If we set ourselves a target, if we set ourselves a goal for ourselves, we'll achieve it. Now, one more thing. Now, I'm not going to take you more questions, but listen. Those who put your upper hands, you need to be rewarded. You didn't get a chance to ask. I didn't give you. But you attempted. Therefore, you are entitled. So put one in your chocolate. Only for those people who put up your hands. Somebody raised your hand here. I didn't allow you to speak because running out of time. Somebody put up your hand here. I didn't allow you to speak. But you attempted. You tried to catch my attention. You are entitled for the reward. Give yourself a reward. Now let me go a little forward. Good. Ma'am is saying another thing. So if it has come your way, take it. And if you're not able to do it, forget it. But try. Try. Good enough. Now I'm going to go to another very simple example. You will get 60 seconds for answering this question. The question is on your screen. Will be coming now. 60 seconds to answer your question. Ready? Or are you from grade 8 and 9, right? Good enough. So the question is this. Don't spell it out, write it in your notebook. Fast. Write the answer in your notebook. Write your answer in your notebook. Very good. Write it in your notebook. Write it. Done. Stop. Watch me, all of you. I don't want your answer. Why not? I know the answer, you know the answer. N into n plus 1 divided by 2 is the formula. We can do it totally, or we can use the formula n, 9 into 9 plus 1, 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 multiplied by 9 is 45. So 45 is the answer. But I'm not interested in your answer. You tried to solve it, you are entitled for a reward. A big round of applause to all of you. All of you tried it. You might have given a wrong answer. Possibly some of you end up with 43. Some of you ended with 50. I don't mind that. But you sincerely tried. To solve it. That's exactly what I want from all of you now. You tried it. 30-seconder question. Not 60 seconds. Only 30 seconds. 0 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Up to 20. Your time starts now. Up to 20. I want the answer now. You don't have to spell it. You write it down. Write it down. Can you write it out, please? Just write down your answer. Write down. So what he might have done, up to 9 is this. Therefore multiplied by 2. So therefore that could be the right answer. Possibly. I don't mind. Just write the answer there. Just write it. Just write on the board. Just write it. You will get the answer. 210. 210 is the right answer. Very good. Anybody else? You will try? You will try? Please come forward. Quickly come forward. Please come forward. You also come. After she writes, please. Quickly, my dear. Okay. All of you sit in your seats. Let me tell you the answer now. Okay. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. N is 20. So 20 into 21 divided by 2. 2 goes 10 times in 20. So 10 multiplied by 21. 210 is the right answer. But I am not worried about the right answer. Not worried. Sir came all the way down to write it. So you are entitled for 2 chocolates. You gave the wrong answer, 90. But still you are entitled. Did you all get the psychology which I am trying to tell you now? Do you get the point now? You might have made a mistake. But you did the effort to do it. And your effort should be recognized. But you will not commit the same mistake now. Now you know the formula and you can do it now. 2 goes 15 times. 15 multiplied by 31 is the right answer. I am repeating again. While I was trying this, if you can correct me if I am wrong. I wish I am wrong. You can correct me if I am wrong. While the sum was there with 15 seconder, some of you are scrambling on your notebook quickly to find the answers, but some of you did nothing. Some of you did nothing. You are only watching what's happening here. Did you get the point what I am talking about, my dear friends? That is failure, my dear friends. That's called failure. We didn't even attempt. We didn't even try. That's the problem with us. Let's get positive reinforcement for what we do. We are all lucky, my dear friends. In this world, there have been great people who lived through various centuries. Great. From the ancient times, great people lived. But we are all lucky that we are born in the same era where Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna, Papal President, Missile Man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born. A big round of applause to this great scientist, a great statesman, a great nationalist, a great leader. Great leader. I'm going to put a statement before all of you. You will read it without opening your mouth. Meaning, you will read it in your mind. But in case after reading it, you all agree with the statement, then you will voice it out. I am repeating again. There will be a statement coming on your screen. Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna, People President, Missile Man. And you know, it is wrong to call Dr. Kalam as Dr. Kalam. You know why? He has been endowed with 28 doctorates. We should call him Dr. Kalam. I am going to put a statement with all of you there. You will watch it. You will read it only in your mind. Only when you agree what is written there is true, only then you will voice it over. Are you all ready? Are you ready? Can I shift the slide? This is the slide. If you agree with the statement, then you will read it loudly. If you don't agree with the statement, you will not read it out. So all of you, almost all of you agree with this, I think, right? And that is what science also tells us. No, I mean, you go to any craniologist or a neuroscientist, they say the same thing. They say, okay, in structure and capacity, in case if you want to know the diameters of the brain, 140 into 167 into 193 millimeters, And the weight of the brain will be something around 1.3 kg for all of you and for me also. And for that sake, Dr. Kalam also. In structure and capacity, we have the same brain which Dr. Kalam had. And because you all read out loudly, I think you believe in the statement. I want a yes or no from all of you. Yes, one more time loudly. Yes, sir. But remember, I will ask you the same question again. But if you want to repeat it, you can repeat it. Keep it in mind. But only those people will repeat, subject to the condition. If you read this loudly, in future, you will not start blaming anything in life. Keep this in mind. Sir, I have a bad memory power, sir. Sir, I can't understand mathematics, sir. This for me, sir. My family is not supporting. My circumstance is not circum. Please remember this. Subject to that condition, you can read it again. Because once you read it, you now become responsible for whatever results you are producing. Keep this in mind. Everybody else can be supportive or non-supportive. But the results you are producing, the actions you are taking, you will be solely responsible for it because you all believe the statement is true. Now, my dear friends, can we once again, I start now. If you read this, mind you, in future you will have no right to blame anybody. You will not say, you can't blame anybody. You can't blame the government, you can't blame the parents, you can't blame yourself. You can't say, sir, what you do, sir? My memory is not good. I'm good in mathematics. I'm not good in English and all the. Hereafter, no more. Okay? No more. Sir, I'm born in Kumbh Rashi, sir. Therefore, this happening. No way hereafter. Because you have a brain which Dr. Abdul Kalam had. What more do you want in this life? So, now you are on test now. If you believe this, subject to the condition, from now onwards, no more blaming. All responsibility taken to self. Now I invite you, voluntarily, no compulsion, you can read it now. But mind you, if you read it now, hereafter in your life, no blaming game in after. Go ahead and read it. Wow. I feel like saluting you, my dear friends. Such a confidence. Put one toffee into your others because you read it. Can we do a little more convincing for ourselves? Like, can we play one more game with all of you? The game is very simple. The game will be like this. Let us seriously play with this idea. We're going to play a game here. The game is simple. What you should do, you should replace the name of Dr. Abdul Kalam with any other name. For example, I say, in structure and capacity, nearby that, you will write your name in your notebook. I will write my name. In structure and capacity, I, R. Gopinath, have the same brain. Now, not about Dr. Kalam. I'll write about Sir C.V. Raman, Mokshagunda Vishweshraya, or anybody for that matter. Now, you have to, one minute. You will not do it individually. There is something written there. How we are going to play this game is we are going to be in pairs. We are going to work in pairs. Ma'am, you will be working as a pair. And you will identify 5 names other than Dr. Kalam. They may be alive now or they may have been already passed away from this world. But such geniuses, such great achievers in any field, it could be field of cricket, it could be the field of football, it could be the field of academics, science. Your time starts now. Talk to each other, but after I, you should write your name and thereafter you find out 5 names. Sir, you both will consult each other and you will find 5 names. They may be alive now or they may be otherwise. But you will write. You will talk to each other and give me 5 names in your notebook. You were able to find out 2 names, 3 names, 5 names, 10 names. But whatever you did, you are entitled for 1 toffee because you did your efforts to find those names. Put that one into your box. Let's see, the box is filling up. Keep it in mind. The box is slowly filling up. So, what does it show to all of us? It shows only one thing to all of us. Can you all help me? Can you all help me, please, in reading what is written there? All of us together, a little more loudly. Everyone can do everything invariably that anyone else is able to do. If they believe that they too can and they pay the price. Kalam sir paid a price to reach that level. So if you and I, first we believe, yes, I can do it. Number two, there is a price to be paid. And if both are there, then we can learn anything, because in structure and capacity, all of us are having the same brain. And if we have the same brain, if somebody else can do something in their life using that brain and have the same brain, two things. I must believe. In your class, let's say there's repeatedly some 5 children who are always on the top. Example. And let's say repeatedly I am in the 10th or 15th positions. I'm giving an example, let's say. But mind you, I can do that, what they are doing it. Two things I have to do. First of all, I must believe, yes, I can do it. Number two, probably the number of hours I have to put in, or probably the amount of efforts they put in terms of paying the price, in the terms of letting go some of the social media, blogs or screen time, I should be ready. If I do that, then I can achieve this. Anything for that matter, anything. I'm going to play you a video and you will be understanding it here now. So here we go. I would love to play the whole song there, but I'll stop it here. What a brilliant performance. Can you guess what could be her age? She is 7. You're right, she's 7. She's 7 years. And she's playing to an audience of 3,000 in that auditorium. Look at the confidence. She's involving everybody. She's involving the audience. She's involving her colleague, musicians, everybody. Can we all stand up for a second and give a standing ovation for this girl? Miss Ganga Shashidharan. Big round of applause to her, please. Standing ovation. Sit down. Now you will ask me one technical question now. I don't know how to answer this question. Okay? You have to answer this question to me. Watch me, all of you. Ready to listen to me now? Here we go. Now you may ask me a question. Do you think, Mr. Gopinath, at my age, I'm 63 now. Some of you could be what? I don't know, maybe you're 12, 13? What's your age now? 12. So if you, 14 is it? 13, 14 is it? 9th standard is also there. Okay, good enough. Now you may ask me this question. Mr. Gopinath, do you think at your age 63, you can learn this? You said, anyone can do anything which anybody else is able to do, provided 2 conditions. You believe it and you pay the price. Now you tell me, do you still think, Mr. Gopinath, that you can do it, or I can do it, any one of you, you think that you can do it, or you think you cannot do it? You are ready to interact with me. Tell me. We can do it. 2 things. I should believe I can do that like that. Or if I think, how violin is such a big thing and how many swaras and how many things, it's totally new field for me, I can't do it. Atava, you should imagine, she's got a school academics career also. She has to pay attention to that also. And don't know how many hours of practice she would have done to come onto this auditorium to play. If you and I are ready to pay the price, we're ready to do that. We can do it. Friends, we are born for great things. Keep it in mind. We are not born for ordinary things. God created this human being with great expectations. All of you, great expectations. Irrespective of the background of where you were born with, or from which parents or which locality, all of us. Our life is like a factory. And this factory is running in partnership. Who are the partners here? On one side, great God. On the other side, I myself. There are two partners in this factory called life. Who are the two partners? One, God Himself. Number two, myself. Can we repeat? Who are the two partners in this factory? All of us together. God Almighty and ourselves. What did God invest in us? Everything He had, He invested in us. Prithvi, Jal, Akash, Agni, Vayu, whatever He had at His disposal, He has given us. And mind you, whatever He had invested in Dr. Kalam, He has invested in us. Whatever He had invested in Ganga Shashidharan, He has invested in us. That means, as an investor in our factory, He gave us the same investment like anybody else. Will you not expect the same dividend on His investment? Is it wrong on the part of God to expect equal dividend from everybody because He invested equally? Is He wrong in expecting that? I want yes or no from all of you. Is He wrong? Or is He correct in expecting that I need the same dividend? Whatever I invested in Dr. Kalam, whatever he gave me, I have invested in Gopinath, so Gopinath also should give me the same thing. Is he wrong in this expectation or is he correct in this expectation? He is correct. Correct. Just compare then, where are we? No doubt, all of you have done extremely well. But when compared to all these people, how much have we done or how much have we not done? Now this boy, his name is Babar Ali. He is an orphan. No father, no mother, no relatives. Where was he born? He does not know. Who are his parents? He does not know. In a small place called Murshidabad, it's a village near Murshidabad in West Bengal. He was born there. He grew by himself. Grew by himself on the streets. Somebody gives something to eat, he will eat. Somebody gives him a job, do this for me, he'll do it. And they will give something for him to eat. Till the age of 10, he had no education whatsoever. Are you all able to understand, even imagine what this boy should be undergoing in those 10 years? No friends, no parents, no support, no place to live, no future to be thought about. At the age of 10, he thought he should also join the school like some other children going to school. So he went to a government school 50 kilometers away from his place and admitted himself. The principal asked, who are your parents? I don't know. Where are you born? I don't know. You have a birth certificate? No. But I want to join. And the principal was kind enough and he put him into the government school. After doing 6 months of studies, he thought, there are many children like me in my village who are doing just labor job. They don't have food, they don't have money, they're working. So who will teach these people? These children cannot come to school like me. Their parents will not allow them to come. So let me go and teach them whatever I'm learning in my school. Every day I'll go and teach the children on the streets. And he started with 5 children, child laborers, and he taught whatever he learned in his school with that children. 5 became 10, 10 children became 100 children, and he gave the name Ananta Shiksha Niketan. It's the name of the school. No place, wherever there is place they'll go. Night 9 o'clock they'll start, 1-2 hours they'll read. And one day the boy was arrested by police. He's doing something, no license to do it and all. 15 days he was kept in lockup. Later on he was released. He came out and he started his school again. And now there are 700 children studying in that school. Free education, everything free. He is the headmaster of the school and he brought some of his own co-students as teachers to teach the other children. Can we give a big round of applause to Babar Ali? Not enough. A big round of applause. Murshidabad, they should hear it. What a boy. What a boy. The British Broadcasting Corporation has named him as the youngest headmaster in the world. Don't you think God would have invested in his life also the same amount what he did in us? I don't know, probably he invested less in his life, I don't know. At least we had good parents, we have good place to be born, good society. He had nothing. Can we all, my dear friends, reach those levels in our life? In whichever area? It could be in sports area, academics area, serving the country, serving the society. But how to do it, sir? How to reach those levels? Right now my focus is on this examination. Yes, our focus should be immediately on the ongoing studies which you are doing. But there should be something good about our life also. I'm going to read it here. I want to ask you people, have you seen a puppet show, anybody? Yes or no? You have seen it? Okay, because some people are saying yes, some are not saying. So let me show you a puppet show. So this is how the puppet show goes. That is an advertisement done by Indian Railways. It's a puppet show. I'm going to ask you a simple question, and I want all of you to answer, at least attempt to answer me. Don't worry whether you're right or wrong. My question to all of you, the puppet show there you saw, the doll was dancing, precisely giving a meaning to the word and according to the tune. There was not a haphazard dance. All of you agree with me, yes or no? It danced according to the words, the meaning of the words, and according to the rhythm. Does this doll have a life? Then how did it dance? How did it dance according to the words? 100%? Good, good. Now let's use the word puppet instead of doll, puppet. So there's a puppeteer behind this puppet, and he was operating this puppet. And how was he operating? He was having strings. Sorry, somebody said something. Strings, you're right, you're right. Right, one chocolate for you. Put. You attempted it. So he operated his strings. If he pulls one particular string, the hand will move. If he puts the other, the leg will move. If he leaves it, something will close up. So the puppet does not have life, and the puppeteer was operating this. This is exactly how we are all running. You know how? Our body. Oh, let me not go spiritual, okay? Let me not go philosophical. I'm going to go a little bit scientific now, okay? You're right. If you look at God is operating us, that's okay, fine enough. But I'm going to come to something very scientific now. Here. How do we operate ourselves? Our brain is the puppeteer. All of us together. One more time, little more loudly. And our body, the sharira, that is a puppet. That is a puppet. And how does this brain operate this body? It has got something called as neuroconnections. Let's go a little deep, technical, okay? Don't worry. It's a very highly technical subject, but you and I will make it as a nursery class subject, provided we go step by step, all of us. Mind you, it's a highly technical subject, but I know all of you will be able to understand and you'll be able to implement also. Only condition, we have to go step by step. If somebody is left behind, we will try to pull you up to our level. If we are left behind, you are forward, you have to step down to our level, and we will have to go together. Now let me talk about the puppet show. The brain is the puppet, brain is the puppeteer, and the sharira, body, is the puppet. And what are those strings? Those strings are called neuroconnections inside us. Our brain is connected to all parts of our body through what is called as neuroconnections. So how does it operate? So it pulls this, your leg moves, it pulls this, moves. Even when you're writing your examination, even though your hand is writing, it is this puppet will say, write A there. A looks like it. The hand does not know what is A about. Your brain knows. The hand does not know how to write 100. No, it does not know. The brain says, do like this, 1 and put 2 zeros, it becomes 100. Okay, now we understand the entire game. There is a puppeteer, brain, and there is a puppet called brain, the body. Whatever results you are producing in your examinations, in your sports, in your arts area, you are doing it only because of your body. Keep this in mind. But the body is operated by the brain. And if it operates properly, your body does the right thing. Am I communicating with all of you? Yes or no? For example, I have got a work to do today. Some class work has been done. Some notes are there. Some homework is there. I need to do that. But this puppeteer, the brain, says, keep this. That notebook, the pen, keep it. Pick up this mobile phone. Go to YouTube. Go to Instagram. Am I communicating with all of you? Yes, and what will the poor puppet do? Puppet can't do anything else. Whatever string was pulled, according to it can't protest. It doesn't have anything else to do. So therefore, we must understand how our brain is working, how our mind is operating. If we don't know, how do we repair it also? Sometimes people come and tell me, sir, I prepare with lot of devotion, sir. I even keep Ganapati statue before me, Om Shuklam Bharadram. But sir, after starting, I go here, there and all, and I forget what I started. It's not your body problem. It's how the brain allowed your body to work. So unless we know how it works, we cannot correct it also. So let's go ahead and understand it. Our brain is connected to various parts of the body through neuroconnections. Example, this is how a neuroconnection appears. If possible, draw this in your notebook quickly. Just draw a sample of it. Just draw a sample of it. If you're done, put up your hands. You don't have to be perfect. Just you've drawn it, enough for me. Done. Now let's go and understand how it works. We agreed there is a puppeteer. Puppeteer will not be seen. Puppet only will be seen by the world. The entire world will see the body. You did this, you're sleeping, you're writing, that the world will see. They can't see the puppeteer. It's hidden inside. They can't even see the neurous connections. The strings will not be seen. But the world will see only how the puppet moved. Same thing is happening to us. These are connections. I'm going to see how these connections are made. Now all of us together will read this very, very important statement today. All of us together will read this. All of us together. For every new thought, the brain makes a new neuroconnection. Oh, how is the correction? How is the connection happening? Every time I bring a thought, a new connection the brain develops. New connection develops. Can we see a movie of how this neuroconnection is happening inside us? Are you all ready? Yes, sir. There's a great doctor called Joe Dispenza. Now these neuroscientists, they put in magnetic cameras into our brain connected to the neurons, and they filmed this, what's happening in our brain. First of all, even before watching the movie, we'll give a big round of applause to those great people. They have spent lifetime researching how our brain works. All that we need to do, we don't have to do research. They have already researched it. We have to only use that research. They've already researched it. We have to use that formula for ourselves. That's all. They spend their lifetime. So this is how it works. This is how it works. Look at this. Watch very carefully. It will be a few seconds only. Within a few seconds, it will start moving out. Are you all able to understand? Yes or no, my dear friends? Suppose I have a thought. I think I should be able to score well in this examination. Example. Then a connection starts. And that connection makes your body to work the way it's working. Suppose a thought comes in my mind. I think this it's a very tough subject. I think it's like learning Spanish. Another connection is made. The boy practiced in his house so much that the parents and the entire relatives was fed up with the singing. He will keep singing in the bathroom, singing on the dining table. Then the father thought, "You are singing in the house. Let me put you on a competition. Go, do an audition and come." He comes onto the audition platform, holds the mic before him, and froze like a statue. Not even one word he is able to sing. In the house, 24 hours singing, even 26 hours also singing. All of you got the point what I'm talking about? Why the puppet is not moving now? For every new thought, your brain is making a new neural connection. So what should I do, sir? Let me give you an example. Very simple example, but there's a challenge for all of you. After listening to this example, one of you should stand up and explain the example to me. You can mix English, Hindi, Telugu, or pure, whatever your bhasha. But you have to tell this example back to me. In my house, I have a study table where I am going to study something, and suddenly the bulb, electric bulb is not working. It's dark. I call the electrician. He comes and checks and say, "The bulb is all right. There is no problem with the bulb. The problem is only with the connection." All of you got the point? The bulb is okay. The problem is with the connections. So we tell him, "Okay, then change the connection." He says, "I don't want to dig the wall, remove the wires, and give a connection. What I will do, I'll give you a new connection." All of us together say, "I'll give you a..." All of us together, "I'll give you a new connection." Ultimately, our purpose is the bulb should burn so that you'll be able to read. I'll give you a new connection. We just learned now how to create a new connection. For every new thought, your brain makes a new connection. So then why go back and correct those connections? Let it be the way it is. I can now start thinking differently, and I can produce new neural connections, and those new neural connections will make this puppet behave a different way. All of you got the point what I'm talking about? I'll tell you the example, and one of you should stand up and give me the example. In my study table, the bulb is not working, it's not lighting up. Call the electrician, he comes and says, "Bulb to theek hai." Bulb is pakka, perfect. There's no defect in the bulb. The problem is in the connection. So we tell him, "Okay, change the connection." He says, "Why should I dig over the wall, make all the wiring, rewiring? Your purpose is the bulb should burn, it should lit up. I'll give you a new connection." And he gives a new connection, and the bulb starts operating. Right now we learnt, for every new thought, you saw that video also, it creates a new connection, and all that I need is a new connection to make this puppet move. Any one of you can give me the electrician example, I'll be very happy. Yes, ma'am, try. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
I'm studying for an exam. I called an electrician and I asked him, "What's the problem?
All right,
Is the bulb not working?"
right.
The electrician
I
said,
thought bulb is not working, he came.
I thought the bulb was not working, so I called an electrician.
Right.
The electrician came and said, "The bulb is all right.
All right.
There's no problem with it. But the problem is within the connections."
Ah.
And I said, "Change the connections."
Right, so what did he do?
So the electrician said, "Should I break the wall to take out the wires and then fix it? I'll just give the new connections."
Beautiful. And how do you create new connection with your brain and body?
Here, in this, we'll understand that with every new thought, we'll get a new connection.
Excellent, excellent. A big round of applause to her. She was absolutely on the dot. Ma'am, I praise you. You did a great job. Good job. How do you create a new thought? No, that's another problem now. Whatever I think, the old thoughts only coming, sir. Now, next point is, how do we create a new thought? Yes, sir, you got something to say? Go ahead. You got anything to say? Quick, quick. Yeah, you can go and tell me, yeah. Absolutely. Because thinking is a verb. All of us together. Thinking is a verb. Nay, one more time. Little more loudly. Thoughts is a noun. So the problem is not with the thoughts. Thoughts is a noun. Thinking is the verb which is producing. And verb means what? That is under your control. What he says, I'll just start thinking differently and the new connection will start happening. Beautiful, sir. Put one more chocolate in your box. I'm going to go forward now. And the moment I change it, my connection changed and gives a new connection for all of us. Now there is a beautiful tool God has given us. And the tool name is, if you want, you can write it in bold letters in your notebook. God has gifted this with everybody. The tool name is called imagination. Kalpana Shakti. Yuginchadam. Imagination. Through imagination, we'll be able to create a totally new thought. Imagination. All of you watch me. My brain is very stubborn. It goes back to the old thought. First of all, this is wrong. We can't say these thoughts are coming to me. As I told you, thought is just a noun. Thinking is the verb. You want me to prove this? Thinking is a verb and thought is only a noun. Want me to prove it? 60 seconds I'll prove it to you. Open a fresh page in the notebook. Draw an elephant. Draw an elephant. Quickly. Draw an elephant. Don't worry, you draw something, I'll agree it is an elephant. Just draw an elephant. Stop drawing. Draw a flower. Next exercise. Draw a flower. Stop. Next exercise. Draw our national flag. I know you may not be able to color it, but still. Stop. Watch me, all of you. Don't write anything. All your focus should be on my facial expression, on my body language, and keep your ears open to listen to what I said. When you want to think about the elephant, you were able to think about the elephant. I want yes or no from all of you. Then how do you say elephant came into my thought? When you wanted to draw a flower, you were able to think about a flower. Thoughts do not come to us. We produce thoughts. Therefore, what Sir said, thinking differently is also possible for me. And one of the method of thinking is imagination. I can imagine myself. Dr. Learning-CHENNAI S. Ramachandran, he has written this book, The Emerging Mind. An Indian by birth, now the Dean of the Chicago University, Head of the Department of Psychology and Neurology, both. Head of the Department, University of Chicago, Learning-CHENNAI S. Ramachandran. Learning-CHENNAI S. Ramachandran was born in a tent along the roadside. His father, mother were road-laying laborers. He was born in a family where the father, mother were road-laying laborers. And today, he is the head of the Department of Neurology and Psychology, University of Chicago. Big round of applause to this great man. What a rise in his life. He has written this book, Emerging Mind, and he says, he's a very good neurologist, he says, your mind, your brain does not differentiate between imagined information and real information. It produces the same neuroconnection for both. Even when you imagine something is going to happen to you, same neuroconnection is produced. Even when you're really undergoing it also, the same connection is produced. What did the electrician say? Bulb is okay. All of us together. One more time. Okay. That means there's nothing wrong with you, my dear. There's nothing wrong with you. The problem somewhere, the connection is the problem. And we don't have to go back to the DNA level, bone marrow level and keep changing our connection. Not required. He has given us an easy way. Create a new connection. Bulb will start burning. Imagination. And use this power of imagination in your life. If you are thinking about sports, Imagine yourself standing on the pedestal of the Olympic podium, receiving gold medal for our country, our national flag raised up over there, and the national anthem sung. You are standing in attention, and tears rolling down your eyes. All your relatives watching with awe. The whole country waiting for you to come back to India so that they can celebrate your victory. In these few seconds when I was talking, something happened inside you? I want a yes or no from all of you. Your brain cannot differentiate between imagined information, real information. But a new connection started developing inside you. For every single thought, we are creating a new connection. But some of us, not all of you, some of us, we misuse the power of imagination. I'm repeating again. Some of us, we misuse the power of imagination. If I fail, then what will my father say? Got the point what I'm talking about? If I fail, then what my teachers will say? If I fail, what will happen to my future? The standing on Olympic podium is also an imagination. Failing is also an imagination. Both didn't happen today. But this imagination, if I fail, creates a connection which is not useful to you. It's not at all useful to you. Not at all useful to you. Some people, they don't need a lullaby to sleep. No, they don't need. Just open the mathematics book, chapter 4, they'll sleep. Okay, so by the time the game comes, we will shift to another topic now. The topic name is called focus. Find it very challenging to focus on something, right? We very easily get diverted, very easily. Just a small temptation, we are out. Now, how do we focus on it? That's what we're going to see now. By the time the game comes and we'll start playing it. Now, let me go to the next topic about focus. You can focus on any subject for that matter. However difficult, however boring, however complex the situation can be, you can still be able to focus on it. Yeah. Now, this game will demonstrate to us the deep connection between our thoughts and our sharira, our body. And anybody can play the game, and everybody will get the same result. First, I'll play the game, then I'll be inviting a couple of you to play the game here. Now, the game goes something like this. Here we go. I'm going to show you the game and how do we play it. I'm having the same thing here. Having here. People from behind, if you're not able to see, you can stand up also. Nothing wrong in that. Can we do a small request? Only the last 3 rows will stand. Others will sit. Okay? Only the last 3 rows. Watch me. This is a pendulum. I'm keeping it right at the center. I'm going to think that this pendulum is moving A to B. A to B. I'm going to think. I'm not going to move it. I'm going to think. It moves A to B. E to F. E to F. I'm going to think it's going to take a complete circle of the whole circle there. It's going to run across the perimeter of the circle. Ready? Any one of you can come and try here. Come fast. Anybody come fast, come. Only 2 people. One of you, ma'am, you please come. Ma'am, you please come. You come. Yeah. Now these 3 people will try. Put this somewhere on your shoulder so that it doesn't come in between. You will hold it at a distance from here. You will do nothing. I'll just tell you. After some time, I'll tell you. It starts rotating. I'll tell you. And accordingly, you should think as if it is rotating. It will start rotating. After some time, I'll tell you, think. It is moving A to B. You will do no conscious efforts, but it will definitely move. Try it now. Your turn now. I'll have a little more length. Yeah. So that it can swing. Little more length. Yes, stop. Stop it at the center now. Good. Just think. It is slowly rotating. It is slowly rotating. Oh, it started already. It started already. And in a little while, it will pick up speed also. It's moving. It's moving fast. And in a little while, it'll start rotating the whole circle, on the perimeter of the circle. On the perimeter of the circle. Yes, you're on the right track. It's rotating. It's rotating. It's moving faster. Now imagine it's moving A to B. A and B. See where A is there. See where B is there. The moment has shifted already. It's moving A to B. Moving A to B. Now watch where E to F is there perpendicularly. E to F. E to F. E to F. Yeah, it's slowly coming to E to F. And it'll move E to F. Done. A big round of applause to sir. Ma'am, would you like to try it? You like to try it? Try it. Now see that it doesn't come somewhere in your, yeah. Now watch me. You put it at the center and hold it on top. Don't, yeah. Just leave it loose. Hold it with your thumb and this. Okay? Yeah, hear it. In the center. Are you in the right center now? You think about something and you tell me what you're thinking. You think it's moving A to B or D to C or C to D, whatever, and tell me what you're thinking. Go ahead. See, it's already started moving A to B. Change your thought and tell me. F to E, okay? Go ahead. It moves F to E, not E to F. It's moving F to E. Can we give sir to try? Sir, please come forward. I'm not going to guide you. You will declare what you're thinking and we'll be just listening. All that you need to do is to hold it between your thumb and the index finger and hold it here and just tell us whatever you want it to move. Tell me and let's see whether it moves. It started moving already, A to B. And it will move faster. You want to move it faster, it will move faster. If you want to move it slower, it will start moving slower. If you change your thought, tell us. G to H. Where is G? Ah, yeah, wow. It's diagonal. Started moving already G to H. I will tell you now something. Try to do that. Don't try to do it. Just think. Think it's rotating in the perimeter, across the perimeter of the circle. It's taking a roundabout movement. Either way, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Go ahead. Just think. It's taking a big round. The small round has already started. It's already started. And as you start thinking intensively, the round will keep rising up. Yeah, it's already moving. It's moving in a circle. Yeah. Yeah, the diameter is going up. It's increasing. Yeah, it's moving. Good. Thank you so much. A big round of applause to all the three people. This I will be leaving behind here in the school. It will be there in your school. Anytime, anybody can try it. It will work for you. Don't think there is any magic behind it. It is science. What is the science? Neuro connections. For every thought, it's making a new connection, meaning without your being conscious, the pressure in your fingers move to such a level, it gives the thread the enough pressure to move it in a particular direction, what you thought about. A big round of applause to the great God who has made this possible for all of us. Final touch on focus. The final subject today to be covered is focus. You will all read something written there in very, very small letters. You will read what written in the big letters, small one. Yes, sir, go ahead. That means focus does not happen by accident. No. Focus is not an accident. It's not coincidence. It's a deliberate choice. Meaning if you want to focus, then yes, you will be able to focus on it. If you don't want to focus, no power on earth can instill focus in you. And if you have made a choice to focus, no power on earth can take you away. It's a deliberate choice. Deliberate choice. But many times, if you look at the book here, there was something on the cover page of the book of Dr. Ramachandran. There was a cover page. There were two images on the cover page. Can you spot the cover page? There are two images. Can you tell me what do you see there? One is a monkey, other one is the great thinker Socrates. So what William Ramachandran says is this: it is your choice to give the steering wheel to the monkey, or it is your choice to give it to Socrates. Meaning we all have both these characters inside us. The monkey has got a good quality. You know what good quality? Instant gratification. All of us together, please. One more time loudly. Because it's a very technical term. I want to be happy now. I am not worried about future. A person, elderly person, has been told, you should stay away from sweets. It's not good for your health. And with family, they come to the wedding, somebody's wedding, and he excuses himself from the crowd and says, I want to go to the washroom. And he crosses the dining hall, and a sweet fragrance of laddu comes. And the monkey gets activated. One, only one. Nothing is going to happen in one. He goes there, a pile of laddus, picks up one, puts it in his mouth. Looks this side, looks that side, nobody watching. Silently chews it and comes back to his seat. The monkey always wants instant gratification. It can pain later. It's okay. Now I want this. And the monkey does not have limits. All of you say this, please. Does not have limits. You mean to say he's going to stop with one laddu? Now again he stands up. Families, where are you going? Washroom. Again? Come on, just don't. No, another laddu gone inside. You start with one reel, thinking only 30-second reel you're going to watch. 30 becomes 60, 60 becomes 60 minutes, and you don't even know what happened in the last 1 hour with you. This is monkey. Am I communicating with all of you, my dear friends? You have a choice. It's a deliberate choice. You can decide delayed gratification. Okay, I also want to be happy. I don't want to be sannyasi, rishi, muni to achieve my grades. I want to enjoy it. But not now. I'm going to postpone my happiness for a little while. Right now, I'm going to do my work. I also want to go on tour. I also want to watch these movies. I also want to see these reels. But I'll set a time limit for myself and say, look, after 2 hours of my job, I will permit myself to watch 20 minutes of reels, YouTubes, whatever. Did I communicate with all of you? I'm going to show you a small movie. That's going to be the end of the session today. The topic is called Marshmallow Experiment. This experiment was done in one of the universities in the US, done basically by Stanford University. Marshmallow is a sweet, it's like a bun sort of thing filled with sweet, like donuts or something like that, and it'll be filled up. It's so cheesy, like full of cheese and sugar burnt together and made into form of a cake or smaller pudding. That's called marshmallow, and every child would like to do it, like to eat it. Here we go. Look at this movie.
Alright, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so they know how to.
What did she say to the children? This marshmallow is for yours. You can eat it now. Or, if you wait for me to come back, if you don't eat it, I'll give you one more. That means you will get 2 marshmallows. No restriction. You want to eat it now? You can eat it. But that will be the end of the story. No more for you. But in case you are able to hold on till I come back, I'll come back with another marshmallow for you. So now let's look at it. What do the children do? Small children, third grade children. How was that? One Dr. Walter Mischel, one professor, he did this experiment. He took kindergarten kids and grade 3 children. Later on, the university tracked these children. Later on, they tracked these children for 20 years. The same children. Those who ate the watermelon, those who waited for the second one, they tracked. And they found out those children who waited for the second marshmallow, which it's called as delayed gratification. Instant gratification, right now I want to have. And that delayed gratification, those children, they got the highest scores in SAT examinations. They had a bigger balance in their life. They had a very good character. And they were far more successful than the children who could not control their instant gratification. It's up to you now. Focus is a deliberate choice. Some of us think, I can do both together. I can, on one side, reel is running, other side, I'm doing my homework. This. Got the point what I'm talking about? You cannot do it. I can prove this to you. You cannot do it. I'm going to give you a small exercise for all of you. The exercise goes like this. When I say, please say English alphabets loudly, all of you will start saying it loudly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like that. You will not stop. Once you finish Z, you will again come back to A. That means you will not stop reciting the alphabets. But simultaneously, there will be a small mathematics sum appearing before you. You have to solve that and tell me the answer. You should not stop saying A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is just primary for all of us. And the sum is very simple sum for you. Very simple sum. Ready? Ready? Start. A, B, C, D. Stop. Stop. Please be seated. I got 3 or 4 hands up. Please be seated. First of all, even before I go to that, can you tell me the answer for this sum? 36, 37, 36, 36. Alphabets is your nursery class subject. This is your grade 1 sum. You are in 8th grade now. It shouldn't take you more than a second to solve this problem. Maybe 2 seconds. But it took you 10 seconds. And some of you still not able to do that. Few of your hands went up. Why? Your brain cannot work on 2 things at a time. And if you force on it, it will do both wrong. Your ABCD also went wrong sometimes. You went to NOPQ, then you came back to LMNO, you started it again, and you missed your examinations also, sums also. Focus on that one single thing. Focus is a deliberate choice. Thank you, friends. God be with you. Bless you. Do very well. Bring good name to yourself, to your community, to the whole school, and to our country as a whole. I'm going to conclude here by summarizing what did we learn from the beginning. We started saying, watch me, we will reward ourselves for the efforts. All of you say this, please. We will reward ourselves for the efforts. Results or no results, but we will keep ourselves positively reinforced for our work. From there, we moved on to the next topic, which was a little controversial. Dr. Abdul Kalam, 28 doctorates, you have the same brain. Whether you believe it, agree it or not, science says it is the same. In structure and capacity is the same. But we also agreed, if I read it, no more blame game in my life hereafter. I am responsible for what I am today. Then we want to understand, how does it happen? We saw the puppet show and we saw the neuro connections. Ma'am said that bulb is okay, your connection is the problem, and we can give you a new connection. And scientists like William Ramachandra said us, for every new thought, your brain produces a new connection. Thoughts is our choice. Elephant, flower, national flag. It didn't come to you, you thought about it. Thinking is a verb, thoughts is a noun. It doesn't happen to you, you make it happen to us. Our life is a factory. Two people invested, God and ourselves. Babar Ali, the dividend he has given to God at this age and the dividend we would have given to God till now, I think there can be a big difference. But we still have a full life ahead of us. We will equal the dividend given by Dr. Kalam. We will equal the great dividend given by Mokshakundam Visvesvaraya. We will give them the same amount of dividend which Sir C.V. Ramanujam had given. We will do that. And to do that, your principal, the directors of the school, the teachers, all of you, all of them are supporting you. Mind you, they can only support you to the extent you permit them to support you. They can't force support on any of the children. It's for me. Thank you, friends. Thank you for giving me a great time here today. Wish you very well. Do very well. All the very best to you. Have a nice year.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My phone number was given on the first page. You'd have seen it. In case you got any doubts or any questions to ask me, not now, you can ask me or send me a message. I'll be happy to answer your questions. That's my
Yes.
number.
So today it was a wonderful session with lot of new words being learnt. So I think you have lot of thoughts with you to carry so that you could make many new connections. Isn't it? So I hope you will carry this home. Think about it on your own sitting, understanding what Sir had been sharing with you all. And come out with your thoughts on Monday so that we could share it again. So that would really reassert what we have been learning. This is the way we have to do it in our regular studies also. Isn't it? So before we give a standing applause to Sir, I think Suhashrita has something to talk about or speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a truly an inspiring and unforgettable session we have had today. On behalf of all the students present here, I feel honored to express our gratitude to everyone Born to Fly session possible. First and foremost, our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed speaker, Mr. R. Gopinath sir. Sir, your words were not just motivational, but they sparked something within us, an urge to dream big, to challenge our limits, and to believe in our potential. We felt really ecstatic to interact and share our thoughts with you, sir. You reminded us that success is not about where we come from, but about how high we dare to aim. Your experiences, insights, and powerful message on conscious mind, imagination, focus will stay with us long after this session. Thank you for inspiring us to take control of our future. A special note of gratitude to our school management, who always ensures that we get the best learning experiences beyond the classrooms. Your vision and efforts bring us sessions like this, which truly shape our mindset and future. We also extend our sincere thanks to our principals for their continuous encouragement and support in making such enriching events happen. Your guidance helps us to grow into confident individuals. A big thank you to our teachers who not only educate us but also nurture our aspirations. Your dedication goes beyond textbooks, and today's session was yet another opportunity for us to learn and grow under your watchful eyes. We would also like to express our appreciation to Mohan Reddy sir, who has captured this special session for us to revisit and reflect on it in the future. Thank you for ensuring this session remains a cherished memory. And finally, a huge thank you to each and every student here for your enthusiasm, participation, and for making this session even more engaging. As we walk out of this room today, let us carry with us the key lessons from this session. To dream fearlessly, to work tirelessly, and to believe that we are born to fly. Once again, thank you all. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Suhashrita. I'm really thankful for such a wonderful session, and I request all of you to please stand up to give a standing ovation to Sir for sharing such wonderful information which is going to be helpful for us to be a very responsible student. And I request Sir to give away this token of appreciation for your presence to be here in Rainbow School, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.